It's Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. So today I've got an email from one of our readers from Hammond who says, my mum has been in hospital for 4 weeks on high flow nasal cannula after pneumonia, and she has pulmonary fibrosis. The hospital wants to send her to a long-term acute hospital specializing in respiratory rehab. Will that be better than hospital? Should I fight to keep her in hospital? Hospital is close to my house, while LTAC is not. It's hours away, and I have heard very mixed reviews. Please help. Well, Hammond, thank you so much for sending that email. Now, let's break this down. I mean, you would have heard me say this in other videos that we are very opposed to anyone going to LTAC. From our perspective, it doesn't have mixed reviews. It has very negative reviews across the board. And we have consulted and advocated for many families in LTAC over the years. And generally speaking, LTACs are not a good place to stay from our experience. So also, I am a bit surprised that your mum, you don't talk about her having a tracheostomy or a ventilator. From our experience, most LTACs only take patients on tracheostomy and ventilators. So, I'm a bit surprised that this is even a point of discussion for your mother at this particular point in time. So, also, because she has pulmonary fibrosis, generally speaking, is scar tissues on the lungs, which makes it very hard for the lungs to fully recover. So, they're talking about respiratory rehabilitation. Well, how far can that go beyond the physical rehabilitation, mobilizing your mum, getting her up and about as much as it's possible, optimizing her respiratory status? Why can't they do that in this particular hospital where she's at? So, that's number one. Number two is they can't just discharge your mum without your consent or without your mum's consent, assuming that your mum is in a position to make her own decisions. Number three, you're mentioning the LTAC is hours away. Surely you don't want to be traveling hours away to your mum. You want her to be close to your home, which is also, I believe, a big part of the recovery, to have family support and not only hospital support. The hospital system doesn't make a lot of sense, because why would you send someone hours away if they have family support? Why can't a hospital work on the recovery of your mum? That does not make any sense to me whatsoever. Number four is, I know you are in the United States, but, and we are working with clients in the United States every day. We are talking to people in the United States every day. We have a very, very good understanding on what's happening in the United States in the healthcare system. But, you should also have a look at services like intensive care at home. So, for example, here in Australia, we are running intensive care at home nursing services. So your mother would be an ideal candidate for intensive care at home. We could take her home with high flow nasal cannulas, and maybe you can find an organization in the US that can do that for you. That, from my perspective, would be the best case scenario. So, if you look at that, you can, of course, read more about how intensive care at home works at intensivecarehome.com. And if you happen to watch this and you are in Australia, contact us if you're in a similar situation, or if you have a loved one on a ventilator with a tracheostomy. We can help you go home with intensive care at home. We are NDIS, TAC, DVA, NIISQ, iCare funded provider here in Australia. We also employ our own NDIS support coordinator. And you can contact us. But once again, coming back to your email, Hammond, there are ways moving forward. Do not go to LTAC hours away. Have a look at the online reviews for LTAC. They are pretty atrocious. And then making a decision going forward will be very easy for you to either keep her where she is until she is ready to come home, or take her home with specialized nursing. Bear in mind, often the home care cost is much more cost effective compared to hospital costs, let alone the improvement in quality of life. I'm sure you would have figured out by now that there's no quality of life in hospital. and that there would be a much better quality of life at home. No brainer. So I hope that helps. If you do need help with keeping your mum where she is, if you need help with insights, consulting, advocacy, making sure you exercise all your rights, we can definitely help you with that, because that's what we're specialized on when it comes to the consulting and advocacy side of things. Making clinical arguments for our client has always helped. So, if you have a loved one in intensive care and you do need help, or if you have a loved one in LTAC, contact us at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. Also, have a look at our membership for families in intensive care at intensivecaresupport.org. There you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in a membership area and via email, and we answer all questions intensive care and intensive care at home related. I also offer one-to-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, via Skype, via email, over Zoom, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. And I offer talking to doctors and nurses directly, and I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams and with the hospitals, because you need someone on your team that can advocate for you, that speaks the clinical language just as much as they do, that can ask all the right questions. It all comes down to asking the right questions and taking responsibility for outcomes. And, if you and I work together and take responsibility for outcomes, these outcomes will come automatically. Now, we also do medical record reviews in real time. If you need a medical record review in real time and a second opinion in real time, we can help you with that as well. Please contact us. And we offer medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are suspecting medical negligence. Now, if you find my videos valuable, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video with your friends and families, click the like button, click the notification bell, and comment below what you want to see next or what questions and insights you have. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com and intensivecareathome.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.